In this video, we are going to cover advisors in Spring AI. So what exactly are the advisors? So as per the documentation, the advisor API provide a flexible and powerful way to intercept, modify, and enhance AI-driven interaction in your Spring application. Now, what do we mean by it? Usually, when we are interacting with our AI model, we pass some kind of input to the AI model and then we get a response out of it. Now, advisor can sit in between your interaction and they provide the inbuilt utility which can enhance your interaction with AI models. So these are the benefits that we are going to get using advisors. It can catch your messages before they reach the AI model or after the AI model processes them. They add the functionality without changing the base code, enable modular and reusable AI behavior configuration, and it can be easily integrated with Chat Client API. So what are those inbuilt advisors functionality provided by Spring AI? So there are several. I have listed on few. So this is the message chat memory advisor. It manages your conversation history by storing and retrieving messages from the chat memory. So this would be beneficial when you are having some kind of interaction with AI model and you want to preserve those conversation history. For that, one of the advisors inbuilt functionality is message chat memory advisor. So in this case, you do not have to write any custom code to preserve all those conversations. So we can just integrate this particular advisor and you'd be able to save all those conversation history based on your requirement. Similarly, we do have the prompt chat memory advisor. It's a similar to message chat memory advisor. It's just that it's basically built for the prompts. Then we do have the vector store chat memory advisor. So vector store chat memory advisor is also one of the chat memory advisor which should help you in managing your conversation history. In this case, conversation history is going to be stored in the vector store rather than getting stored in the in-memory. Then if you're building a RAG kind of application where you have to pass the context of your data to AI model, then we can easily integrate it with the question answer advisor and we do not have to write any custom code to pass the context to the AI model. Then we have the safeguard advisor. So safeguard advisor is going to help you in blocking the requests which contains sensitive or inappropriate content. So we are going to integrate few of the advisors from this list and we'll see like how it works. So first thing what you have to do is go to start.spring.io and then you basically have to add these two dependencies in this case. One is going to be Spring Web and another is could be any models. So you can either go with the open source model or you can go with the OpenAI model. I'm just going ahead with the OpenAI model and we can generate the code. Once you generate the code, you can import it into your IntelliJ. And first thing what we have to configure is our application.properties. So here you can see this OpenAI API key which I'm getting it from my environment variable. You can also use it any open source model if you would like. And then there are certain instructions like which model I'm going to use and other things. Then you could see like I have created two folders. One is going to be config and another is going to be controller. So let's go to our config one. This is going to be main one. First of all, actually we have defined a class which is an annotated. It was the configuration, and then we have defined a bean. So in this case, we are going to use this message chat memory advisor. And if you are using any kind of memory advisor, then first thing what we have to define is chat memory. Here you could see we are creating a bean of chat memory and we are actually calling this in-memory chat memory. And this is basically coming from your Spring AI framework only. So in Spring AI framework, you do have a section of chat memory. And from this chat memory, we are using this in-memory chat memory. Now this would create a bean for chat memory, and this chat memory then we can use it to initialize our message chat memory advisor. Anytime when we are defining any kind of advisor, it would be ideal to define it in the chat client bean. So here you could see like we have created chat client bean and under this we are passing two things. One is chat client builder and another is chat memory. Now using this builder, we can just initialize our advisors, and first thing what we are passing is default system prompt, and here is saying like you are a helpful traveling assistant. So we are just trying to have a conversation based on flights and other things. By default, actually we are asking it to act as a traveling assistant, and then you could see like we are passing our advisors. Then we are defining our default advisors. Under default advisors, we are passing this message chat memory advisor. You could see like we do have a chat memory over here, and if I just click on this message chat memory advisor, then you can see you can initialize message chat memory advisor by by passing several options. One is chat memory, which we have been passing over here. Another option is default conversation ID. So for each conversation what you are having, you can pass a conversation ID. And then there is an option of chat history window size. Using this particular option also, you can define how much chat conversation you want to store it in memory. So suppose like if you have defined chat history window size as 20, then the recent 20 conversation are only going to be referred by your AI model. So only recent 20 conversations are going to be passed as a context to AI model for the reference. This is how you can control it, your chat history window size. Now let's go back to our main code. Second advisor what we are passing is safeguard advisor. So this is going to help you to define you some words on which you do not want to cater any kind of request. So in this case we are passing illegal smuggling, weapons and drugs. If the request is coming containing all these words, then AI model is not going to respond on those. So this is actually you can block any kind of inappropriate request. And then we are also using this simple logger advisor. So this simple logger advisor is going to help you to log your requests which are passing to AI model and the response which you are going to get from the model. So if you go to the documentation, you can see over here the simple logger advisor and what it does. And also like if you want to enable this, then you have to have this in your application properties or YAML file. So I'm just going to take it and then just put it into my properties file. And after that, so if you want to specifically print the request which you are passing to AI model and the response what you are getting out of it, then you can also print it like this. So this is how we can initialize our advisors. And now let's see how it works. So we are going to go to our controller class, and here we are going to have one endpoint. That endpoint is going to be AI response. This is going to be a post endpoint. And then you could see like we are just auto wiring the chat client which we have created in our config. And after that we are passing a message. And then usual methods what we use it in chat client. So first we are calling a prompt, then we are passing a user. Under this we are going to pass our message, then we are passing a call method, and at the last the content method. This content is going to give us a string, so return type is going to be string. Now let me just go ahead and try to run this code. So this code is up and running. So what I do, I would go to Postman, and then we do have this particular endpoint, and under this we have to pass a message. So I'm just going to pass a message. And because we are dealing with traveling assistant AI, so I can ask any question related to travel. So let me just ask which flight would be best for Mumbai to Delhi travel. And I have got this response. You can also try to map it into a JSON if you want, like how we have handled it previously. I would just go ahead with this string response only. Here you could see the response what I'm getting when choosing the best flight for travel Mumbai to Delhi. Consider the following factors. And there are some other details related to prices and other things. I'm just going to ask another one, and because we are using message chat memory, so the AI model will be aware of our conversation which is going on. We do not have to pass the specific instructions. We can just pass the raw instruction and it would be able to refer it from our earlier conversation. So here I'm just going to ask which would be the lowest in cost for my travel, and here I'm not passing specifically from Mumbai to Delhi because we already have a conversation about Mumbai to Delhi. So the AI model will be having idea, okay, what exactly I'm talking about. So let me just go ahead and hit the send button again. Now you could see to find the lowest cost flight for your travel from Mumbai to Delhi. So it has referred my earlier conversation what I had with the model, and it just knows, okay, I'm talking about Mumbai to Delhi, even though I haven't passed a specific source and destination in this particular message. So I'm getting like this kind of response. I can have more conversation on it, but let's just see, few of the other advisor which we have implemented. So let me just go ahead and try to hit that safeguard advisor. Let me just ask, is it allowed to carry weapons? And this time I have got a response. I'm unable to respond to that due to sensitive content. Could you please rephrase or discuss something else? Now why this is happening? Because we have passed this weapons over here, and model has just picked up this particular word, and then the safeguard advisor got activated and it just blocked that request. So this is actually we can prevent the sensitive content to get passed to a model. And then at the last we are having this simple logger advisors. So you could see like whatever conversation we are having, all these are getting logged using this simple logger advisor. We do have the request and we do have a response. So if you don't enable this simple logger advisor, then you are not going to get this kind of output over here. But because we have enabled the simple logger advisor, so now if you want, like, you can just print the request, okay, what exactly has been sent to a model, and then what exactly are we getting from here. So here you could see all the details, what is being passed to, so what is the text, what is the specific model that we have been using, all the details should be here. And then similarly in the response also, what response are we getting, what is the message type, and the content of it, everything is going to get logged over here. So this is how you can enable advisors, you can utilize it and integrate it in your applications. That's all what we have in this video. Thank you for watching.